Welcome to the Game Changer Podcast. Your boy Setema Gali, the Game Changer of Game Changers, and today's topic: if you are going through hell. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this show.
Top of the morning, welcome back. This is the Game Changer Podcast with Setema Gali. You guys better get your minds right and get up and let's go. See, it's more than the game that we changing. We don't do it for the
My friends, welcome to the podcast. Thank you for listening. Hit the subscribe button below. If you're watching this on YouTube, would love a follow. Any other platform. If this podcast reaches you, if this podcast helps you, please share it with somebody. I'm going to speak like really deep from the heart today. I'm a little sick, you can tell, right? You can hear it in my voice. I got tissues everywhere. I probably ought to be home sleeping, but there's just a piece of me that's like, I'm going to go work. I got to get some stuff done. And, call this if you're going through hell. You see, I sit here on our HQ right now. Love my couches, love my desk, love my team here. Got food in abundance, money in abundance. I got amazing clients. We got coaches who are, I put my group of coaches up against any group of coaches out there. Like my coaches, our coaches are the best. They're so powerful. They're such amazing people. And as I sit here, we got new cars. We got a home on the beach. Like, it's so good. I think back to like the hellish times that I went through to get here. It wasn't always this good. This is why I know some of you watching this podcast and listening to this podcast right now, life is hard. It is just hard. Nothing is working. There is no end in sight. There is no light at the end of the tunnel. You are depressed. You are discouraged. And you're like questioning, like, nothing's working. Nothing works. Nothing good is going on. I know what that is like. I remember in 2008, we go back 15 years. As the economy is imploding, my Mercedes gets repossessed, then my wife's Range Rover and the Yukon XL get repossessed, and then my brother's Escalade gets repossessed. I have one last car, it's my Escalade truck, gets repossessed. November 2008. No car. Thankfully, a good friend of mine, his name is Jose, lets me borrow his Audi for like 6 months. I drive his Audi. That was the only car we had. We moved to a house for 4 months where we live, trying to get like things under our feet. 4 months, we get kicked out of that house, and then we go move to another home. And I'm trying to figure out my life. I put on this happy face. There's no end in sight. All the money, we had so much money in the bank, gone. Soon thereafter, I sell my Super Bowl ring, and I'm like deeply humiliated and embarrassed. Like seriously, I was in the NFL with the Patriots. I sell my ring. My sons have never touched my Super Bowl ring. They're like, I don't even think my dad has a ring. I file a bankruptcy. I'm on EBT. Like, I am so embarrassed. And there was like from 2007 into 2008, into 2009, into 2010. By 2011, I'm 4 years of just like, I'd watch Pursuit of Happiness and just cry like a baby. Will Smith's Pursuit of Happiness. I watched that movie just like, man, one day, it's going to be amazing. 2011, gotta go knock doors for a living. Some of y'all heard this story. 4 long freaking years, nothing worked. Went to knock doors as a door-to-door salesman. Got out there to South Carolina, had no sheets, no blankets, didn't realize I needed my own bedding. Slept on the mattress, used my suitcase as like a pillow, and turned the heater up because I had no blankets. Adversity. It will either crush you or it will like allow you to rise. I know what it's like to be depressed. There's been times where I've been damn near suicidal. I know people like, there's no way. There's been times where I've been like panicked. We've had months where I couldn't make payroll. I stopped my car payments. Like I couldn't make the mortgage. You don't think I know what pressure is? So when I'm shooting a podcast from my HQ, and I'm being very bold, listen to me. If you are going through hell, I'm gonna give you 3 things right now that will help you. I need you to listen. I need you to not be a victim and say, oh, Setema, you don't understand. I get it. I really get it. I remember having my employees like payroll. Payroll didn't Is it coming? I'm like, give me a couple more days, I'll get it. And they're trying to pay their bills with the paycheck. 3 things. Number 1, it's going to pass. You just got to know that. Even if you've done nothing wrong, even if you've got money in the bank, even if you're fully healthy and the depression and the darkness is just hammering away inside of your mind, inside of your brain, and your heart seems like it's suffocating and it's buried in this casket deep and like there's no room, it's going to pass. You just got to know that. This too shall pass. This too shall pass. Although weeping may endure for a night, joy will come in the morning. I need you to know that. This is going to pass. I know in the moments, don't feel like that. In the moments is why people commit suicide. The pain is so great, they don't think it's ever going to end. So the easiest way to escape the pain is suicide. Don't do that. Don't do that. Number 2, 100% ownership. I love Jocko has a book called Extreme Ownership. He's a Navy SEAL. I'm not a Navy SEAL, never been a Navy SEAL, never been in the military. Got a lot of good friends who are Rangers and SEALs and just whole different world. I want you to take a look at what you're going through right now and just have extreme ownership. What I mean by that is just ask yourself the question, where am I the source of the suffering? Where am I creating this right now? Where am I the person who's continuing to cause the darkness? And right now, some of you might be like, Setema, I don't want to feel this. But think of it like this. Some people get depressed, or some people get in a funk, or some people go through hell. Their cars all break down. In fact, I know someone right now. He's got a family of 7 kids. 2 parents, that's 9 people. He has a motorcycle and a little 2-door vehicle. That's how they get around as a family right now. And he's like, man, we're going to get through this. We're going to get through this. They will get through it. You got to ask the question, where am I the source? And have ownership. Like, there's a powerful, powerful thing that happens when you just own everything. I'm the reason this is happening. And I don't mean to guilt or shame yourself. Don't do that. Put the hammers of guilt and the hammers of shame down. Put your hammers down. Where are you the cause of the suffering or the cause of the problems that's bringing the suffering? And own it. Just be like, dude, I'm responsible for this. There's a liberating power when you just own it. 100% own it. Like, okay, I've been a part of this. And if there's zero, like this is a true customized, divine discontent, customized challenge from God or from the universe, just be like, okay. Which leads me to part number 3. What am I supposed to learn from this? What I learned from the 2011 or 2008 to 2011 debacle, I was a lot stronger than I knew. Like I learned that Setema had some real perseverance inside. Setema became tenacious. Setema rolled the sleeves up and I got hungry again. Hungry to the point of put me on the doors. I'll knock 6 days a week. Like I will knock for 30 weeks in a year. I will go hunt. What was I supposed to learn? I was supposed to learn a lot of things. I'm way stronger than I gave myself credit for. I got way more in the tank. I learned how to work again. I learned how to network. I sharpened my tools again. And God was leading me and guiding me and teaching me all along the way. Adversity, like if it doesn't burn you, it doesn't build you. You're supposed to feel the burn of the adversity. It's supposed to be a trial of faith. It is a test of like how tenacious you really are. And all of those tragedies will become the triumphs if you maintain the perspective, if you remember this too shall pass, if you learn the lessons and level up from the lessons. Learning the lessons mean you stop doing the dumb stuff in your life. I get it. I really do. I promise you. I know what it's like to be I know what it's like to be going through hell. Sometimes hell is like a shitty marriage, kids that don't listen, a business that's not working yet it's working enough to make some money. You feel this angst and all this anxiety in your mind and heart, and you feel like you're faking all the time. And you're in a marriage that's just like, there's no sex, there's no connection. You hate your spouse, then you love your spouse. Maybe you're having a crisis of faith. Like you got all the money in the world and there's no purpose. And you're like, what am I doing with my life? I'm in my 40s and this is it. This is the purpose of my life. What am I supposed to be doing? It also looks like death of a child, death of a spouse, divorce. It looks like financial turmoil, or you've got so much money, you've kind of lost yourself. There's so many different wildernesses. Like Christian scriptures talk about wilderness. Listen, the wilderness is never a waste of time. Even if the wilderness feels like hell, it is never a waste of time if you'll maintain that this is going to pass. You'll learn the lessons. You'll grow and have ownership. You'll become who you're supposed to become. I became who I'm supposed to become, and I'm still becoming who I got to become. I'm leaving this podcast because a lot of my clients and a lot of people I know are going through tough times. Don't give up. Learn the lesson. Be humble. Reach out to people for help. Keep searching, keep knocking, keep asking. I love what Jesus says, knock and it shall be opened, seeking ye shall find, asking ye shall receive. There's grand lessons, and any wilderness is never a waste. I love you. I may not know you, but I appreciate you listening. Hey guys, if the podcast resonates, if it touches your heart and soul, and it gives you greater vision and clarity to go build the life you want so you can make a difference inside of your world, your family's world, and the community itself, all I ask that you do is share the podcast forward. We don't run ads, we don't have sponsors, but we can make a difference and help people become game changers for their lives, for their families, if we share the message. So share this with somebody who needs to hear it, and have an amazing day. If I can overcome my things, you certainly can overcome yours. And sometimes you just got to get through it. You just got to get through it. You just got to go do the dishes. You just got to go work the job. You got to go clean up the dog crap. You got to change the dirty diapers. You got to put your hat on, put your work gloves on, and go to work. You got to get on your knees and pray. You got to go exercise. Sometimes you're just going to go through hell, because that's the wilderness that's going to prepare you for the next lesson. Sometimes instead of looking for the light at the end of the tunnel, man, you got to become the light. So some of you got to become the light right now. Reach out. If you need help, reach out to some people you know, reach out to people in church, reach out to me and my organization. I'd love to help you, but don't give up. Don't give up. Don't quit. Don't leave your family. Don't do that. Rise. I appreciate you guys listening. I love y'all. I mean it. I'm here. Don't give up. It's going to pass. The sun will come up. Sunday's going to come. Like Jesus rose from the dead, you can certainly rise from what you're going through and become a game changer, my friend. Time to become a game changer and get to the next level. I'll see you on the next podcast. I'm out.
Let's go. See, it's more than the game that we changing. We don't do it for the block, do it for the name. Yeah. No, there ain't no stopping it. If you really want it, better rock with it. This is how to be a game changer. Better put your pride down, heavy, get your pen up. Wanna be the greatest, we ain't